Hey friends, outside on this gorgeous day today, we're going to first do a lesson in flower identification. I'm going to show you some flowers that are blooming in the yard right now. And then I'm going to show you how to make some paper flowers with some household items. Here we go. These long green leaves have been growing since early spring. What happens is that they shoot out this long stem and then a bud and then an iris opens up. What do you notice about the iris? This is a bearded iris. And I notice that there's 3 petals that curve down, and there's 3 petals that curve up. And inside the petals that curve up, I'm gonna open it, are 3 more petals. And there's a little fuzzy beard, which is why it's called a bearded iris. And I love this color because it's actually 2 colors. It's a peach on the top and then a really light purple on the 3 petals below. Irises come in all colors, and I love how this one has white and purple mixed together, almost like a tiger. Over here, behind these irises, there's a plant called lamb's ears. And they haven't quite flowered yet, but they're gonna put out these little purpley pink flowers right here from the middle. A very similar plant to the lamb's ears is a rose campion, and they're flowering right now. They have the fuzzy leaves, just like the lamb's ears, but they're smaller leaves, and their flowers are very different. This is a flowering vine called a clematis. It's been blooming for almost a month now, and it's really cool after the petals fall. It still has the pollen in the very middle. Looks like a sea urchin. This is a rose bush, and right now I can show you different stages of the rose flower. So here's a bud. And then here's a freshly opened bud. And then a really fully open bud. Fully open flower. And then here we have a flower that's been open for a while. Starting to droop, starting to turn brown. And what you want to do with these flowers that are dying is do what's called deadheading. You want to cut the flower off so that the rest of the bush receives the nutrients and more flowers can bloom. This plant is called spiderwort. It has really long, skinny leaves. And what shape does the flower take? Yes, a triangle with its 3 petals. This is one of the most unique flowering plants. Look at all these little flowers. What do they look like to you? To me, they look like little suction cups with little faces on them. They also smell like roasting coffee. And they grow on these thick stalks that have these dark finger-like leaves on them. And they can get really big. These flowers are called euphorbia. This is called purple shamrock. What's a shamrock? That's right, a clover. And ironically, there is a clover growing out of this purple shamrock. I love these little tiny pink, light purple flowers that the purple shamrock produces. No matter where you are outside, you will probably notice some wildflowers. Look, these are buttercup wildflowers. They have these little rounded yellow petals, and they multiply like crazy. Do you know what these white wildflowers are called? They're called oxeye daisies. They have multiple finger-shaped white petals with a bright, bright yellow pollen in the center. This is a wild orange field poppy. They kind of remind me of little cups. Comment down below your favorite flower.